You got fourth row seats to give away for Kenny Chesney this morning, and a VIP parking pass for Kenny Gate to give away with that, plus breakfast from Hardee's for that morning on your way in.
And you know how that works, correct?
What's that?
You need to be watching Channel 2 this morning at 6:50, and they'll give you the exact times that we're going to be doing that in the
So I'm not supposed to give you that now?
Oh, well, you normally do. I mean,
We'll tell you at 6:30.
Okay, it's 6:30. We'll tell you 20 minutes before Channel 2 will.
I think it's our contest. We share things with Channel 2.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. Of course, the big story today is the president's speech. The president's going to speak to school children and melt their minds.
Bring his horrible, horrible agenda with him.
It amazes me. I've watched this story over the last 4 or 5 days, and I'm just absolutely amazed and dumbfounded by it all. I really am. And I read the president's speech yesterday. They had to put it out ahead of time.
It was smart of the White House to give that advance text.
Oh, I think so. So everybody could read it and see what's in it.
Because there would have been folks not knowing what the text was, calling the school today saying, I put my kid in the gym.
And there will still be kids doing that. Here in South, each state kind of handled it its own way. South Carolina has planned alternative activities for your children if you don't want them to hear President Obama speak to them about staying in school. It's totally up to you, and you got the call last night on the robocall telling you to call the school today and let them know if you wanted your kid out of the class. Some of the postings we have here, some parents say they will gather with signs in front of Cario, Laurel Hill, and Pinckney schools around 7 this morning.
Well, that's just crazy.
To protest it.
When all the major super right-wing Republicans are now saying, after seeing the text, look, this is the President of the United States giving an encouraging and uplifting message to your kid.
So says Newt Gingrich.
So says Newt Gingrich.
So says Laura Bush.
And even I saw last night on CNN, the head of the Republican Party who was ready to protest last week in Florida, head of the Republican National.
I can't think of his name, but I know what you're talking about.
He's like, look, my kid's going to be in there, and and they're going to see that the President of the United States give an uplifting speech. There's no reason that you shouldn't be sending your kid to see this.
Well, some of the responses they've gotten on this on the website, one guy says, as an educator, I have no idea what the controversy is all about. Seems to be more about who has control of the school than anybody else. Surely it's not about the president, but about parents' beliefs and opinions. Another one says, you are going to let your kid miss a full day of school for a few minutes message because you do not like the President of the United States. No wonder South Carolina is at the bottom of the education chart.
It's one of those things where you've got to respect the office.
He's
the leader of the free world.
Here's one. Frankly, I would not let my child watch President Obama ever. I think he would just fill the child's head with lies, and at their young ages, they are easy to manipulate to think that what he is doing is the right thing.
I'm going to tell you, my wife is one of the most conservative human beings ever put on the planet.
No, you would not say that.
No, I'm going to tell you
would you say
she
that?
is one of the most conservative.
Freckles is conservative?
But she's also an educator. And last night she read the text and she said, this is a great speech.
Mm-hmm. I read it and said the same thing. He talks about how great our teachers are, how hard they work, how great parents are to get their kids up every day and get them to school.
Yeah.
He talks about how everybody's doing a great job, and it's up to the kids to make it work.
Yep.
That's basically what he says. It's up to you to pay attention. It's up to you to be in class.
We're going to give you all this stuff. Now you guys go do it.
We'll see. Jim Rex, State Superintendent of Education, says, quote, while all classroom instruction should remain nonpartisan, I believe it's important for students to hear directly from the president about the importance of education and responsibility, whether the president is a Democrat or a Republican.
Now,
end quote.
Last week I saw where one of the Dorchester schools, either Dorchester or Dorchester 2, one of them said in the paper that they weren't going to be showing the speech because of limited technological advances.
They don't, they can't, whatever.
And I heard through the grapevine they are one of the most advanced technological schools systems programs in the state.
It's just this whole thing is just an amazing reflection we've talked about this before, how much absolute disgust and disdain there is on both ends of the spectrum for each other.
Yeah.
I mean, this has nothing to do with anything other than just, I don't want my child listening to that man speak.
This is the President of the United States with an uplifting message and encouraging your kid. There can't be anything more American in the world to me, regardless of how you feel about President Barack Obama or you voted for him or not.
Well, what do you think about it? 721-1035, 800-859-1035. You going to let your kid watch this today? Or are you calling the school telling them that you want your kid out of the room while that man speaks? Give us a call. Let us know what you think. 620 at WEZO.